I didn't want to go to art school, and I still wanted to contribute and do art. And public art matched kind of the civic engagement I was interested in doing. When I moved back to Tucson after going to school in Brooklyn, I started to volunteer and do murals. I got the Buffalo Exchange Fine Artist Award. They gave it to me because of all the murals I've donated to the city. Once I learned how to glaze, I really felt like I could paint. I would be doing this even if I wasn't getting ready for a show. And that's why I think I got the show, is because I was just painting. And for no reason other than it makes me feel good. And now that I'm not working on anything, we're like, well, what do you do all day if you're not painting or making something? One of my favorite moments in all cinema that I've always wanted to see a slave turn around and whip a slave owner, you know? Yeah, Quentin Tarantino, like Django Unchained, like one of my favorite moments in all cinema, and he gave that to me, but I think he's done a really bad job of showcasing Blackness to like a lot of people who don't experience Blackness on a daily basis. They experience it from his films. And it just like doesn't feel appropriate for him to be telling certain stories. Some of these paintings or movies, as a little Black kid, were important to see representation of Black people in roles that aren't necessarily stereotypes. I really like referencing when gender is played with. Futurism is a big part of my work in sci-fi, so really wanting to highlight those moments, which are really brief in a film, but I think they should have some permanence. Especially in this Mahogany film, there's a moment where she felt particularly beautiful and powerful, and those aren't really roles I see Black women given. And then the Grace Jones, she was the only Black vixen in a James Bond movie. And there's a scene of her dominating white patriarch and discarding it. Purple Rain, Prince looking in the mirror and kind of questioning his choices, but also, you know, the song talks about maybe I'm just like my father, kind of looking past your trauma, your past history, and kind of finding your own identity, which I think he did in that moment. Really highlighting who you want to be, who you want to identify as. Black people weren't included in like the Renaissance or painting in general until we did it ourselves. So it was very important for me to revisit these moments that are really beautiful and highlight the spectacular nature of Blackness without including some of the trauma that is promoted in those films. We often feel underrepresented in media, and media is so powerful. It controls a lot of how we navigate the world and how we see ourselves, other people's perceptions of us. So I would hope that these moments resonate with people, even people my age, people who grew up in the 90s, seeing these limited representations of Blackness be reworked and have a new piece of their personal story. I'm much more visual than articulate in explaining like the process or the motivation, but I rather people have time to reflect on and see themselves in the piece or find their own meaning to the piece.
Hi, I'm Tom McNamara, host of Arizona Illustrated. Thank you for watching this Arizona Illustrated story here on YouTube. And if you like that one, well, here's another story we think you'll like.